Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to the third and fourth quarter of Filipino, no, my Filipino PowerPoint. Next, for this PowerPoint in quarters, I'll be talking about Florante at Laura by Francisco Balagtas. Now let's begin. First, let's talk about our locations or tagpuan in Filipino. Kaharian ang Albania, kagubatan sa labas ng Albania, atin sa Gresya, and kaharian ng Persia, which stand for the Kingdom of Albania first, then of course somewhere near the Kingdom of Albania, Athens, Greece, and finally the Kingdom in Persia. Now, mga tauhan sa Florante at Lara. Let's meet the characters. Florante, isang general sa kaharian sa Albania, anak ni Conde Bricio at Prinsesa Floresca. Nakasakop ang labing-anim yung kaharian. And his beloved, Laura, anak na babae ni Haring Lincio, inibig ni Florante. She is Florante's beloved and the daughter of King Lincio. Next up is another couple of the story. Aladdin, the prinsipe ng Persia, anak ni Sultan Ali Adab, and nagligtas kay Florante. Aladdin is the prince of Persia, and the man who ends up saving Florante at the beginning of the story. And then we have his beloved, Flerida, kahistahan ni Aladdin, the beloved of Aladdin. And then we have the other characters. Conde Adolfo, kalaban ni Florante, and tinawag na mapagbalat at kayo. He's the main attack. Conde Adolfo is the main antagonist and the rival to Florante. Haring Lincio, haring ng Albania, and ama ni Laura, the king of Albania and Laura's father, Sultan Ali Adab, sultan ng Persia and ama ni Aladdin, and Sultan Ali Adab is obviously the sultan or ruler of Persia and Aladdin's father. And finally, Menalipo at Menandro, pinsan at kaibigan ni Florante, naggiligtas sa kanyang noong siya sa sanggol palamang at naligtas si Florante mula sa tangkang pagpatay sa kanya ni Adolfo. Menalipo and Menandro are helpful allies and friends of Florante who end up saving his life. Once from a bird and twice from Adolfo. Now let's begin buod or the prologue. Nagsimula sa sakabutan sa may labas na Albania. Dito nakatali si Florante taong may isang Moro na nangangalang Aladdin. Narinig niya ang tinig ni Florante at dali-dali niyang itong tinuntun. 2 leon ang handang sumakamal sa lalaking nakatali. Oh dear. Pinatay ni Aladdin ang 2 mababanggis na hayop at kanyang kinalangan at inalagaan si Florante hanggang sa muling lumakas. So, our story first begins in the forest of Albania, where Florante is about to be eaten by lions until a man named Aladdin comes and saves him. Upon saving him, Florante starts telling him his story, starting from here. Siya ay anak ni Duke Bricio at Prinsesa Floresca. Muntik na siyang madagit ng buwerte at iniligtas siya ng kanyang pinsang si Menalipo na taga-Apiro. Panadala siya ang kanyang ama sa Atenas upang mag-aaral sa ilalim ng gurong, ang si Atenor. Natagpuan niya doon ang kanyang kababaihang si Adolfo sa kanya ring lihim ng kaaway. Iniligtas siya ni Menandro sa mga taga ni Adolfo nang minsan magtanghal ang sila Dula sa kanilang paaralan. Tapos ay nakatanggap si Florante ang lihim tungkol sa pagkamatay ng sinesta niyang ang ina. So when he was a kid, Florante was the child of Duke Bricio and Princess Floresca. He lived in Albania, and one time he was saved by his cousin from a giant eagle. When he grew up, he went to Athens to study, where he met his future best friend Menandro, and his bitter rival Aldolfo, who tried to kill him during a school play. Eventually, after being saved by Menandro during that school play, Florante and Menandro became friends. But one day, while at school, Florante received a letter that told him to come home. Pagkabalik niya sa Albania, ipinagkaloob sa kanya ang kaharian kasama ang matalik niyang kaibigang si Menandro. Pinatay niya si General Osmalik. Ikinakumokob sa Crotona. Nagkaroon siya ng mga tagumpay sa 17 kahariang gipabinyagan matapos niyang iligtas sa Laura sa hukbo ni Aladdin na umagaw sa Albania. Nang siya'y nakikipalagbaan sa ibang bayan. Natalo din niya ang Turkong hukbo ni Marmolin at iba pa. Nagwakas ang kanyang pagsasalaysay sa pandarayang ang ginawa sa kanya ni Aldolfo matapos kuning ang trono ng Albania at agawin sa kanya si Lara? Uh-oh. So when Florante came home with his best friend Menandro, he was made governor by Albania's king to take down on General Osmalik, who was terrorizing Crotona. As general, he won over many different countries, at least 17 in total. But his successes only made his bitter rival, Aldolfo, more jealous. And eventually, Aldolfo managed to somehow trick Florante and take the throne of Albania for himself, and take the prince's beloved, or the general's beloved, Laura for himself. So that was how. After that, he was banished to the woods, which explains how he ended up there in the first place. Si Aladdin kaway na mahigpit ng relihiyong Kristiyano at ng bayan ni Florante. Ang kanyang kapalaran ay sinalagim na kay Florante. Inagaw sa kanya ang kanyang amang si Sultan Ali Adab, ang kanyang kasintahang si Florida. After telling his story, Florante gets to hear Aladdin's story, and it's somewhat similar, with him being banished by his own country by his father, and his father taking his fiancée, Florida, for himself. Sina Florante at Laura ay matagumpay naghari sa Albania, at sina Aladdin at Florida pagkatapos na maging binagyagan at pagkamatay ni Sultan Ali Adab ay naghari sa Persia. After telling their stories, both Aladdin and Florante eventually end up in a village where they find their beloveds have somehow escaped their fate, and with that, both couples get married and return to rule their respective kingdoms. That was the story. But now, my reaction. Sa aking palagay, ang Florante at Lara ay isang medyo masayang librang basahin. Hindi lamang ito nagkukwento ng isang ang kalunos-lunas na kwento sa pamamagitan ng kwento ni Florante, ngunit napapagpadala rin sa akin ng isang moral sa Biblia na maluunay ko sa kwentong ito. When I read through Florante and Laura, now I found it as a pretty fun book too. Not only did it had a story of tragedy in the form of Florante, but it also reminded me of a biblical moral I found in the Bible, which leads us to moral ng kwento. Kapag mukhang abala ang mga bagay, tandaan na may Diyos na may control. When life feels hectic or things don't seem to be going the way you want, remember, God is in control of that situation, which leads us to talata sa Biblia. or the Bible verse of this story in Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Sapagkat alam ko ang mga plano ko para sa iyo, sabi ng Panginoon, mga plano para sa ikabubuti mo at hindi para saktan ko. Mga plano upang bigyan ka ng pag-asa at hinaharap. Basically, in Jeremiah 29 verse 11 in English states that God has a plan for everyone on earth. Plans not to harm you, but rather to give you hope and a future that's bright. So even if things look hectic now, know that this is all part of God's plan that will someday make you great. And with that, that's Florante and Lara. Salamat for listening, everyone. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next portfolio PowerPoint. Bye!